Good evening, students. Today's accounting standard is accounting standard 16. Borrowing cost. So what is exactly borrowing cost? So what we are going to see in this, first we are going to start with meaning of borrowing cost. So friends, borrowing, suppose if you have taken a loan from the bank, so you are a businessman and you have to pay interest. So this interest is nothing but it's a borrowing cost. So interest and other costs incurred in connection with borrowings of funds. So you can write on the study material. So open your study material. Page number, yes, fast. Can you tell me the page number? एक ही मिनट बेटा, मैं ओपन कर रहा हूं. ठीक है. Yes, anyone? So page number is 3.134. So friends, borrowing cost, you can write over there, interest and other cost which is incurred in connection with borrowings of funds, we will call it as a borrowing cost. Now, first, what you are going to include in the borrowing cost? Sir, it's only interest? No, sir. Borrowing cost includes, one by one we are going to see, interest and commitment charge on the borrowings. So you can see here, interest and commitment charge on borrowings, amortization of discount or premium on borrowings, amortization of ancillary costs relating to borrowings, finance charges for assets acquired on finance lease. So beta, in simple language, it is interest plus extra charges that you are paying at the time of borrowing something. And last one is very important, exchange difference, to the extent they are regarded as adjustment to interest cost. Now this para 4E, this is very interesting one, that exchange difference. Para 4E. So I will give you one example for this. First, you take a screenshot of borrowing cost includes. Yes, take a screenshot. Borrowing cost includes interest and commitment charges on the borrowings, amortization of the discount or premium on the borrowings, amortization of ancillary costs relating to borrowings, finance charges for assets acquired on finance lease, and exchange differences. To an extent, they are regarded as an adjustment to interest cost. Okay. So first, I will give you one example for borrowing cost. Assume I'm giving you an example. Let's try it. Suppose if you are getting loan, you want loan of rupees 1 lakh. You have two options. Option 1, Get it from India at the rate of 12% per annum. Option 2, USA interest rate 4%. Today's rate, today's rate $1 is equal to rupees 50, and after 1 year, $1 is equal to rupees 45. Sorry, 55. So interest amount I can calculate here. It's 12,000. But I'm asking you option number 2. Can you tell me how much interest plus exchange difference? So here, not only interest is important, but there will be exchange loss. So this exchange loss plus interest, I'm giving you exactly 2 minutes. So please tell me this exchange loss calculation. Exchange loss calculation. Yes. You have 2 minutes. Let's see who is answering fast. चलो देखते हैं कौन आंसर फास्ट दे रहा है. In USA, what is interest plus exchange loss? Till that time, good evening to all of you. Mahadev, Yogita, Mukta, Ritika, Himanshu, Rafiq ji, Uma ji, Sakshi ji, Adarsh Mishra ji, Sushil ji, Ankit, Matanjali, Isha, beta. बेटा मतांजलि थिंक फर्स्ट एंड देन आंसर. एक्सचेंज लॉस इतना बड़ा कैसे आएगा बेटा, कुछ भी लिखने का क्या. Correct answer is chalo, let's see the answer. So step 1, take a loan in dollar. Now $1 is equal to rupees 50, correct? Now you are in need of rupees 1 lakh. So Matanjali ji, so this is $2,000. Correct che beta? Step 2, so this is today. Pay interest after 1 year. $2,000 into 4% into rupees 55. So your amount of payment, because after 1 year is rupees 55. So how much you are going to convert? 5,500. And step 3, pay loan amount $2,000 into rupees 55. So this is 1,10,000. Paid extra rupees 10,000 principal amount. How much amount you paid extra? Principal amount 10,000. So total loss plus interest is equal to 15,500. Now you got the concept? Yes, tell me. See the answer part. Yes. You will buy, you will get loan in dollars, beta. But dollars, how many dollars you have to convert? Because you will have cash, or you will take a dollar 2,000 and get it converted into rupees 1 lakh. You will pay interest on dollars. So $2,000 into 4%. But you are paying it after 1 year. So you have to arrange rupees 55 per dollar. So 5,500, and when you are paying their principal back, you have to pay $2,000 at rupees 55, but you got it at 50 rupees. So your exchange loss is rupees 10,000. Yes. Now tell me, are you getting this answer or not? Yes. Exchange difference. Step 2. I think I am wrong. 2,000 into 4% into 55. Sorry, it is 4,400. Yes. Wait, 4,400 plus 10,000. Sorry, it is 14,400. I think I have taken 2,000 into 5%. Sorry, I have taken 5%. Okay. Interest is 4,400. Yes. Himanshu correct che, Jitenji correct che. Yes, interest is by mistake. So 5,500 is wrong, correct hai? हाँ, चलो. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can take it. I hope everyone got their mistakes. Who was correct, beta? No one. Step 2 and step 3. Yes. Now other students, yes, I got the wrong calculation. 4,400 is the correct answer. Can you tell me Are you getting this concept? So in India, you have opportunity to take the loan at rupees 12%. But instead of taking in India, you have taken loan from USA. And the reason is not because of exchange loss, because you are not aware about your foreign exchange loss, but you thought that 4% will be interest rate. It is lower than the Indian interest rate, that is a 12% per annum. And that is only the reason that you attracted towards foreign country, loan from USA. But at the same time, you thought you won't face any exchange loss. But here, as dollar, as you are aware about that, now dollar के बदले में बहुत currency नीचे आ रही है अपनी. So 50 rupees dollar, now it's 55. And in our example, we are not only in the interest rate gain. So in interest, no, but obvious, we are in profit. But in exchange loss, we are paying 10,000 exchange loss. And that is the only reason that we are paying more than what is in India rate. So A16 talks about this exchange difference, this para 4E. Okay. बेटा डिक्रीज नहीं हो सकता मुक्ता जी, डिक्रीज हुआ तो माइनस कर देंगे, पर ऐसा नहीं होता. इफ बार का इंटरेस्ट रेट is on the higher side, lower side, so everyone will demand for the foreign interest rate, and that is only the reason demand will be more for foreign dollars, and automatically your interest 50 rupees balance will go up to 55 whenever there is a interest difference, and that you are going to understand at a CA final level also. So don't worry, in CA final you are going to learn these things. So beta S16, it talks about whenever foreign interest rates, interest amount plus exchange difference of foreign country, you will compare with opportunity loss, opportunity interest of Indian country, of India, when you attracted toward foreign. And beta, whichever is lower, you will consider in S16. Remember, as per S16, you will consider whichever is lower. So exchange difference, now let's understand. Interest on foreign currency borrowings plus exchange difference. So in our example, 4,400 plus 10,000, or interest on local currency borrowings, whichever is lower. So please take a screenshot of this exchange difference. I hope you are clear with this concept now. Easy che? If this interest is, now that I will tell you the example. First you solve this example. Yes, now you only solve this example. 1. Loss is due to conversion in cost. Yes beta, Rupesh, बहुत बढ़िया beta. Very good. Loss is due to conversion. So now you solve this example. Yes, giving 2 to 3 minutes. चलो सॉल्व करो. No, beta, we are not deciding. Here we have taken a loan from foreign country only. We are just comparing. We can't predict future. So at the time of loan taking, we are not aware about the future rate. So you already bought that loan, Pradeep Gupta. नो स्टैंडर्ड रेट. मतांजलि, ऐसा कैसे हम लोग डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कहां से सस्ता मिलेगा? एक साल के बाद का फ्यूचर बेटा, हम क्या राधे श्याम मूवी देख रहे हैं क्या? एक साल के बाद फ्यूचर क्या है वो देखेंगे? नहीं हो सकता ना बेटा, हम लोग क्या प्रभास नहीं है? Time I have given you $10,000, not rupees 1 lakh. See the difference between this problem and last problem. You correct answer. चलिए बोलो फटाफट. Yes, I'm not getting the answers from your side. No one asked me local currency rate. Local currency rate is 11%. No one asked me local currency rate. No one. क्या है बेटा लोकल करेंसी रेट 11%? बोलिए जल्दी. चलिए, सो आंसर Mukta Vyas ji, why I multiplied by 55 rupees and not 50 rupees? Logic is very simple because 55 is the rupees rate after 1 year and I'm going to pay interest after 1 year. That is only the reason I'm multiplied by 55 rupees. Now see the answer. Interest in foreign currency borrowings. Interest in foreign currency borrowings. $10,000 into 5% and we are going to pay it after 1 year. So 48, 24,000 and exchange difference is 30,000. Which is greater than local currency borrowings. Now local currency, how much loan you borrowed from the first day? $10,000, which you multiplied by 45. So first day rate will be 4,50,000 and multiplied by 11%. So 4,50,000 multiplied by 11%, you are getting 49,500. And now interest in foreign is higher than. So now what is to be capitalized? Whichever is lower. So beta, your loss is 54,000, but maximum amount that you can capitalize will be 49,500, which is S16 ka principal. Yes, I have not explained you S16 ka principal, but this is the answer. 49,500 will be the local currency borrowings. Very good. सुशील ने बराबर आंसर दिया, नलिनी ने बराबर आंसर दिया. करेक्ट आंसर बाय नलिनी. अंकित गुप्ता जी, वेरी गुड बेटा. So 54,000 is a foreign currency, and in local borrowing you have you got loan at the rate of 11%, and that is on the first day. 4,50,000 multiplied by 11%. Answer is very, very easy. Sneha बोल रही है, I made a mistake, sir. It's okay, beta. You rectify your mistake now. Now it's very easy. So conclusion part is very simple. Suppose if you are getting amount at cheaper rate in India. So para 4 explains that. Ki suppose amount to be. So you invested 54,000. You wasted. You paid 54,000. But beta only 49,500. 49,500 is capitalized and remaining amount is transferred to P&L. First, I will tell you the basic logic behind S16. So first understand what is accounting standard 16 talks about. So let's understand accounting standard 16. 1 minute. Beta, let's understand the accounting standard 16. Why accounting standard 16? So before starting any standard, I explained you what is borrowing cost. Borrowing cost means interest. But now understand S16 principle. S16 principle. Accounting standard 16 talks about accounting for interest. Sir, in 11-12 standard we know, even in foundation, we already solved that S16, interest treatment. Sir, till today, we always debited interest in profit and loss account. And even in financial statements, sir, you already taught us that under the head finance cost, we are showing that interest. So why there is accounting standard 16 when there is no need of accounting standard 16? Okay. So till today, you understood? Okay. Okay, sorry. Till today, yes, just comment पढ़ रहा था. That's why, yes, I have taken a break. Understand, till today, interest is debited to profit and loss account. But my friends, as per accounting standard 16, you are not going to debit interest in profit and loss account. But there are certain situations where you are going to capitalize interest. So capitalize means you will add your interest not in the profit and loss account, but you will add it in the asset account, where you are going to add it in asset account. So sir, which assets are getting covered under accounting standard 16? On which assets we are going to add it in asset account? So first tell me, what is the principle of accounting standard 16? Yes, write down in the comment section. Accounting standard 16 talks about to capitalize interest. And on any asset, no. Those assets which are covered as per S16. And those assets are called as qualifying asset. Qualifying asset means they qualify under S16. That's why their name is qualifying asset. And what is the meaning of qualifying asset? Which takes a substantial time to get ready for its intended use, sir. Which takes substantial time to get ready for its intended use. It's called as qualifying asset. So qualifying asset is nothing but it is covered under accounting standard 16, and interest on that is not transferred to profit and loss account, but interest is capitalized. Please write down what you understood about S16. चलो S16 के बारे में जो भी आपको समझा वो जल्दी से लिख लो. Yes, beta, Pradeep Gupta ji, interest rate, but we will not move in very detail. Interest rates now they are going to change every month, every 6 months, RBI policy के हिसाब से. But here in exam, they will give you a permanent interest rate. Don't worry. Okay. Beta Pooja PS, please don't go in so much detail. If we paid it in advance, S16 is not talking about what you are paying. That your policies, please just don't merge with, yes, suppose if your prepayment policies, just don't compare it, make it very simple. that interest has to be capitalized, and that interest, why it has to be capitalized as per S16, because these assets are qualifying assets. Okay, very good. Mukta Vyas ne likha, S16 talks about interest on qualifying assets rather than being debited in the profit and loss account will be capitalized, that is added in the asset account. Very good. राघवन जी ने भी लिखा हुआ है. अंकित गुप्ता, very good, interest is to be capitalized. हितेश जैन ने लिखा है, sir, it talks about the treatment of interest on the borrowing cost which is charged on the not every asset but it is charged on qualifying assets, and beta this borrowing cost you have not written that this cost is capitalized. beta आकाश नील ने तो मीनिंग ऑफ क्वालिफाइंग एसेट भी लिया है, दैट एसेट्स विच टेक्स significant time. नहीं बेटा, substantial time. The correct word is not significant time, it's a substantial time. Okay. ठीक है. So बेटा, here only 49,500 is capitalized because you will consider opportunity. If your local borrowings are costlier, suppose the answer is 58,000, interest on local borrowing, if your answer is 58,000, you will capitalize 54,000 and in P&L will be zero. So in simple language, you are comparing it with local currency borrowings. Okay, if your local currency is cheaper, then you should capitalize that much amount, and remaining amount, whatever the loss you incurred due to exchange loss, that will be considered in the profit and loss account. Expenses, if it is more than your local borrowings, okay, loss more than your local borrowings. But if exchange loss plus interest is less than the local borrowings interest, in that case, total amount is capitalized, nothing in profit and loss account. In profit and loss account, it will be zero. एकदम एक बार हिंदी में बता देता हूं. ओके, यस बेटा, लोन के ऊपर कोई फर्क नहीं. सी, S16 is not talking about from where you should take a loan. This is not your finance decision. S16, देखो, accounting and financial management both are different subjects. In financial management, you have to do planning. Accounting standard is not talking about whether to take loan from outside India or whether it is taken from the India. It simply talks about if you are taken loan from foreign country and if you compare with the local borrowings and if it is a cheaper, then total amount will be capitalized. But suppose if it is a costlier than the Indian currency, in that case, amount to the extent of Indian local borrowings, that will be capitalized and remaining balance is transferred to profit and loss account. बस एकदम सिंपल है. प्लीज एक बार समझ लीजिए, एक बार हिंदी में बता देता हूं. S16 आपको कोई भी ये गाइडेंस नहीं देता है कि आपने घर से फॉरेन से लोन लेना चाहिए या आपके घरेलू कंट्री से लेना चाहिए. ये कभी भी आपको ये ओपिनियन नहीं देता. अकाउंटिंग ये बेटा बहुत ही एकदम आसान सब्जेक्ट है जिसमें कोई किसी की साइड नहीं लेता. आपको जो करना है वो आप फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट सब्जेक्ट थ्रू करवाइए. फॉरेन से लेना है, इंडिया से लेना है, इसके बारे में हमें कोई इस पे लेना देना नहीं है. जल्दी पेमेंट करो, लेट पेमेंट करो, कोई लेना देना नहीं है. एकदम सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है. तो S16 क्या बता रहा है? S16 बताता है क्वालिफाइंग एसेट. क्वालिफाइंग एसेट मतलब जो एसेट बनने के लिए टाइम लेती है. तो नॉर्मली हमें 11-12 स्टैंडर्ड से यही पढ़ाएगा सर, इंटरेस्ट तो P&L के डेबिट में आता है, पर यहां पे इंटरेस्ट P&L के डेबिट में नहीं आता, इंटरेस्ट एसेट में ऐड होता है. इंटरेस्ट एसेट में ऐड होता है. एकदम सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है. इंटरेस्ट एसेट में ऐड होता है सर? हाँ सर. कौन से एसेट्स पे? जो S16 के अंदर आती है. तो सर S16 के अंदर आने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए? सर उसको क्वालिफाई होना पड़ेगा. सर क्वालिफाई मतलब क्या? क्वालिफाई होने के लिए वो एसेट में टाइम लेना चाहिए रेडी होने के लिए. सर एग्जांपल दीजिए. अरे पावर प्लांट है, बड़े बड़े मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट्स में पावर जनरेटिंग प्लांट्स है. अब ये पावर जनरेटिंग प्लांट क्या ऐसा है कि आज लगाया कल पावर आ गया? नहीं बेटा, इसको कंस्ट्रक्शन होने के लिए टाइम लगेगा. शेड डालने, शेड कंस्ट्रक्शन करना है तो ये 1 साल से ज्यादा टाइम लेगा. तो 1 साल से जो एसेट ज्यादा टाइम लेंगे वही एसेट्स ये एसेट्स के क्वालिफाइंग एसेट्स के अंदर डिवाइड होंगे S16 के अंदर. सर गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट. S16 मींस इट टॉक्स अबाउट इंटरेस्ट हैज टू बी कैपिटलाइज्ड And on any qualifying asset, on any asset, no sir, it is only on qualifying asset. And sir, which are qualifying assets? Qualifying asset which take a substantial time to get ready for its intended use. Sir, substantial time means how much? Sir, that substantial time is not defined in accounting standard. It is defined in accounting standard interpretation. I already explained you that accounting standard interpretation is a different thing. So in that interpretation, it is given that is a 1 year, sir. 1 year. 1 year is covered under accounting standard 16. सर वी पेड 4,500 प्रदीप गुप्ता जी, हमने जो एक्स्ट्रा पे किया उसके बारे में हम लोग क्या करेंगे? वो तो कैश गया है। अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 16 उसकी ट्रीटमेंट बता रहा है। जो 54,000 में से 49,500 को कैपिटलाइज करने का, रिमेनिंग 4,500 जो भी बचेगा उसको आपको P&L में डाल देना है। पैसा वेस्ट नहीं गया, पैसा कैश में से गया। कैश गोज आउट, वन एसेट अकाउंट डेबिटेड 49,500, इंटरेस्ट अकाउंट P&L अकाउंट डेबिटेड 4,500 टू कैश 54,000। वेरी गुड बेटा, मतांजलि ने अभी लिख दिया। सर इफ फॉरेन अमाउंट्स इज हायर देन द लोकल करेंसी देन P&L अकाउंट में बैलेंस विल बी देयर, बट सपोज फॉरेन इंटरेस्ट प्लस एक्सचेंज लॉस इज लेस देन द लोकल करेंसी, देन बेटा P&L में जीरो जाएगा। वेरी गुड मतांजलि जी, वेरी गुड, यू गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट, यू गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट। हितेश जैन, सर क्वालिफाइंग एसेट कैन बी इक्वल टू और नॉन करंट एसेट एज इट टेकिंग मोर देन 12 months to get prepared? No beta, see, don't consider fixed asset and current asset. I am giving you simple example. If I am taking ready-made machinery, okay, in simple language, I visited, so for example now here air condition. If I am taking air condition directly from the market, okay, from Vijay Sales, yes, from Vijay Sales I bought one AC, so it's ready-made AC beta. So it is not taking time, it is only just taking a delivery. You are getting confused. Hitesh Jain, you are getting confused between current assets and non-current assets. Beta, these are non-current assets only. But whether this asset is manufactured by you or constructed by you, if you are taking construction, if you are constructing that asset, and if it takes a time more than 1 year for construction, beta, this asset will help you more than 1 year. Okay, so these are fixed assets. These are fixed assets. But whether they are qualifying or non-qualifying, so these are divided in two parts: fixed assets, qualifying, not qualifying. Not qualifying means it's ready assets. You can easily, or even you constructed, but it doesn't take time. It is constructed within 1 month. Then it is non-qualifying asset. And when it is qualifying asset, if it takes substantial time to get ready for its intended use. Okay, so there is a difference between, so your confusion is current asset and non-current asset. No beta, these are non-current assets only, but this is covered under S16 or not S16. S16 means qualifying and no S16 means normal, non-qualifying. If it is qualifying, interest has to be capitalized. If it is non-qualifying, then you have taken a loan and you are paying interest, then that interest is transferred to profit and loss account. Very simple. So don't get confused. It's between current assets and non-current assets. It is non-current assets. So Hitesh, confusion दूर हुआ बेटा? Very good. So ये interaction is very important, and that's why you have to attend it in the live session. You are not in front of me here. You have to understand. So if you have any query, suppose there is a confusion, now Sahil Walia is asking me about 46 paragraph. Just I am ignoring his question. क्यों equation यार? पिछले इसमें 46 से पूरा explain किया. And today, if you talks about what, sir, please explain once again para 46 है. I am getting only 40 days to complete your syllabus, and you were asking me previous sessions questions, so just I ignore them. Okay. हाँ बेटा मतांजलि, yes. Sir, qualifying asset के बारे में बात कर लीजिए. So tell about qualifying asset. Simple बेटा, last. Now after this only accounting for fixed asset is remaining, that is property, plant and equipment, that accounting standard 10, and AS2 if time permits I will take it in the class, and if time doesn't permit me, I will give you recorded session for accounting standard 2. I think now we left only with 2 sessions. One is on Saturday and second one is on Tuesday, and after Tuesday beta I'm going to miss you all till exam, because I do not have any session in, I think in advanced accounts I do not have any session. So yes, I'm going to miss you. Okay. So, sir, you got this concept? Dada Subhash Detheji from WRO. Sir, you teach very well. बेटा आज ही समझा क्या आपको? Okay. Now this is almost we are at the end of the session. No problem, beta. I think I read your name first time. Other students, yes, Sushil ji, all students I know who are regularly giving comments. Qualifying assets. But just the difference between private class and our ICI classes, we stick to our syllabus. Okay, we never talk about other things. Might be practice solving. थोड़ा टाइम हमें कम मिलता है, but doesn't matter. Our students, they normally score very good marks because they apply their own mind while solving questions. They stick to main syllabus. So don't worry, beta. And we are going to become popular. Don't worry. हम लोगों के ही सेशन सब लोग देखेंगे after certain years. I am 100% sure that students will follow our techniques because I know many students, they joined private classes, they paid 15,000, 20,000, and after that for revision, they are taking my classes. Okay. So, and I'm getting many messages of students, sir, after, before exam, sir, I saw your batch number 4 sessions, batch number 5 sessions, and they were very happy, sir, कि हमें बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आया. But only the point, we mix two languages. Our sessions are in English also because South Indian students are there. So it's not purely in Hindi. But I tried my best कि मैं हिंदी में भी explain करता हूँ. So my suggestions, central वाले, east वाले, west वाले, north वाले, please try to understand English. इतना भी मैं tough English तो बोलता नहीं हूँ क्योंकि because I am also from vernacular medium, तो मेरा क्या English इतना hi-fi नहीं है एकदम. Okay, but please concentrate and do practice. Do भरपूर practice करना. ओके इतनी प्रैक्टिस करना कि आपको भी है ना एग्जाम के पहले ऐसा क्वेश्चन देखने के बाद तुरंत यू कैन आंसर इट. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट नीडेड बाय द आईसीआई. यस बेटा, यस 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 विकास. हिमांशु गुप्ता, यस भरना पड़ेगा बेटा. चलो. An asset which takes a substantial time to get ready for its intended use necessarily takes a substantial period of time to get ready for its intended use is called as qualifying asset, sir. And if it is ready to use, it is not qualifying asset. And what are examples, sir? Manufacturing plants, power generation plants, inventories. Those who followed me from very first day, from foundation. You remember I explained in the inventory valuation that interest cost on qualifying asset, that is a wine example. Wine. Those who saw my sessions of inventory valuations. Inventories that requires a substantial time to get ready, bring for the sellable condition. Those inventories, an asset, it's a qualifying asset. Okay. Investment properties and non-qualifying assets. And non-qualifying assets means that are readily, routinely manufactured. So routinely manufactured, you call it as, and substantial period is nothing but 12 months. वेरी गुड. हिमांशु गुप्ता बोल रहा है, सर रिमेंबर सर. चलो स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया आप लोगों ने. कैन यू एक्सप्लेन मी नाउ व्हाट इज क्वालिफाइंग एसेट? यस, विदाउट लुकिंग इनटू आंसर. Without looking into answer, please explain me what is qualifying asset. Remember that wine example. Very good. कौन है? हिमांशु गुप्ता जी बोल रहे हैं. पूजा जी पूछ रही है सर, एक हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, आप एक पेपर सॉल्व करवा दीजिए बेटा, टाइम नहीं मिलेगा इतना, देखता हूँ कुछ तो करते हैं। सर जी फीडबैक फॉर्म भरना पड़ेगा क्या आपको एडवांस अकाउंट्स के लेक्चर अलॉट करने के लिए? बेटा हिमांशु जी फीडबैक फॉर्म ऑलवेज बेटर, बट यस इट इज इंस्टीट्यूट आप रिकमेंड कर सकते हो, बट अल्टीमेटली दे हैव टू टेक अ डिसीजन। सो फीडबैक फॉर्म भरते रहिए, दूसरा में क्या एडवाइस दीजिए बस, और आप दूसरी भी फैकल्टीज पे भरोसा रखिए। ओके नो प्रॉब्लम, यस फीडबैक्स तो आप देख ही सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं। प्रभास बोल रहा है प्लीज रिटर्न इन एडवांस अकाउंट्स, यस बेटा विल सी दैट इफ आईसीआई परमिट्स, नो प्रॉब्लम। प्रभास जैन के बाद वी आर गोइंग टू मिस यू सर। ओके बेटा अंकित गुप्ता, Janesha is saying, sir, I have started my second round of revision. Very good, Janesha. Yes, very good. Yes, Preeti, we are going to stay connected with Telegram. No problem, beta. Please don't get fail, because your failure I treat it as my failure. Remember, so do practice and don't get nervous in exam. Don't have any phobia in mind. Okay, about CA course. Whenever you are giving any papers and any test series, or please join maximum test series if possible. Yes, you can contact Pune branch, but it will help you out because we take topic wise test series, so that will also, and we will share you with the Google, क्या वो इससे किस ऐप से हम लोग आपको कनेक्ट करवा देते हैं, आई थिंक गूगल ड्राइव पे यू हैव टू जस्ट सेंड यूर पेपर्स, दैट डे प्रॉपर मैनेजमेंट इज देयर आफ्टर एवरी टॉपिक, बट this is very important to write papers beta before exam. Give all mock tests announced by the ICI in nearest to your branches. Okay, if you have any problem anytime regarding any course, don't pay huge amount of any private classes. You can contact Pune branch if you want detailed lectures. डिटेल लेक्चर्स चाहिए रहेंगे, मेरे लेक्चर्स भी है, एडवांस अकाउंट कॉस्टिंग एफएम जो लेना है वो लीजिए, बट इट इज एट वेरी चीप रेट. आई एम टेलिंग यू इट्स ओनली फॉर योर बेनिफिट एंड recorded sessions, but obviously these are not live sessions, that's why cost is very cheap. And important point is that please don't feel any nervousness. Okay, prepare properly, minimum 2 to 3 times solving, tick technique, and solve branch accounts problem, cash flow problem, single entry continuous basis pe, because those are very big chapters. And please concentrate on small chapters also. Those will help you out. Solve scanners of Suchita Prakashan. Take it. Okay. That scanner and solve past 15 exams question papers or whatever question papers are there in scanner. Solve it. It will help you in, to score more than 80 marks. Okay. Chalo. Beta, Riddhi ji, contact Pune branch of ICI. You will get this number on website. No problem. Now, treatment of borrowing cost. So I already explained you the treatment of borrowing cost. Borrowing cost on qualifying assets will be capitalized, that is added in the profit asset account. Otherwise, it is a revenue expenditure that is transferred to profit and loss account. So treatment is very easy, sir. Treatment, nothing is difficult in the treatment. So you can take a screenshot. Treatment ka. Chalo. So take a screenshot. Fast. Okay. So illustration number 1. Let's check it. Yes, giving time. We already covered this example, beta. You can see here that qualifying assets ka example we already covered. Qualifying assets. This example we already covered 5% and 11%. Solve this illustration. First read by your own. Yes, I'm giving you 4 minutes. Don't refer answer. Try to solve by your own. Yes, solve it. Mukta, in first example, you converted dollar into rupees, and in second example, sorry, you convert in my example, first example, we converted rupees into dollars. That's why we have considered that rate. But at the time of prepayment, closing rate. And in second example, we have direct rupees amount. Sorry, dollar amount. Please you watch that session again, Muktaji. You will your query will be definitely get solved. Don't worry, both examples are different one. In first example, I have considered rupees, and in second example, dollars are directly given. Construction of shed, beta. This is qualifying asset. Purchase of machinery, not qualifying asset. Working capital, not qualifying asset. Day-to-day capital. Advance of truck is also not qualifying assets. Construction of shed was completed in March 2002. That is after 1 year. Here, total is 120, and this is the loan amount, and your interest is 18 lakhs. So beta simple cross multiplication. So this is interest is only capitalized. So this interest is capitalized, and remaining interest will be profit and loss account. So cross multiplication beta, take on calci, 18 upon 120 into 50 is equal to 7.5, 40 is equal to 6, 20 is equal to 3, and 10 is equal to 1.5. This interest is debited to profit and loss account, and this interest is capitalized. You can write over there. So 7.5 is to be capitalized. Yes. And 10.5 is debited to profit and loss account. Very, very simple question, sir. Very, very simple question. Got the concept? Yes, got the concept or not? Yes, Pooja ji, I know you are going to pass. Good evening, sir. Kem cho? Hope you are fine. I am Pooja Gujjar from last batch. Ahmedabad student. Sir, because of you, my both paper accounts and advance account must gaya. Thank you, sir. Now I wait for the positive result. Yes, beta, best of luck. चलो, मुक्ता ने भी करेक्ट आंसर दिया है. सुशील ने भी करेक्ट आंसर दिया है. चलो, illustration number 1 तो हो गया, is completed. Now understand types of borrowings. Now second one, types of borrowings, sir. Types of borrowings. There are two types of borrowings. One is a specific borrowing, and second one is a general borrowings. बेटा शेड में नहीं यूटिलाइज हुआ, पूरा का पूरा लोन इंटरेस्ट हमने पूरा दिया ना बेटा. लोन जो लिया था obtain a loan from bank that 50 lakhs, but beta this 50 lakhs we utilize in थोड़ा कंस्ट्रक्शन में, थोड़ा परचेस में, थोड़ा वर्किंग कैपिटल एंड थोड़ा एडवांस में. दो इट इज 120, so one out of 120, 50 is loan and 70 is this 50 lakhs is to confuse us beta, don't worry. And 70 lakhs is your own finance. It is not only for construction of shed. Yes, Mukta ka question is a valid question, but beta don't try to mix these two concepts. That 50 lakhs, 120 lakhs is needed. Out of that, 50 lakhs is a borrowed funds, and 70 lakhs is a self fund. Okay, might be equity or you have own capital. Okay, so only interest. So we are not bothered about this 50 lakhs. We bother about this 120 lakhs. Okay, Muktaji is getting confused due to this 50 lakhs. Beta, no, 50 lakhs you are not used it for only shed. You utilize in all these four. Okay. Yes, beta. Beta, now exactly 12 months is not a substantial time. That's why substantial time is word is given by the accounting standard. Okay. It might be 8 months, or it is depend on an auditor or management, how they are treating this qualifying asset. So some people, if it is 8 months also, they may treat it as qualifying asset. And some accountant, though it is 1.2 years, they may consider it as non-qualifying asset. So it is individual question. Accounting standard never force you that qualifying asset matlab 12 mahine, matlab 12 mahine. It is just guidance. Okay. Simple, I am giving you the guidance that you solve it at 7 to 8 times. All these questions, 6 to 7 times. It doesn't mean that you are going to solve it for 6 to 7 times. Some students, they are brilliant one within 3 times. If they solve it for 3 times also or 2 times also, they know each and every question in detail. Those students, though they have solved 7 to 8 times, but they might face these problems are difficult one. Okay, so students to student, it depends. Similarly, Remember, substantial time is also a time which is given 1 year, but it is not exactly 1 year. It might be less than 1 year. It might be more than 1 year. So it depends on person to person, management to management. Okay. So this is a technique which is given by the, so 11 months is exact. You don't calculate 11 months. Okay. So sometimes 8 months are also qualifying assets. Okay. चलो तो अभी स्पेसिफिक बोरिंग के पास आ जाए. So now please focus on specific borrowings. Specific borrowings means that loan is taken only for qualifying assets. Okay, now in this question, it is a general borrowing. In illustration number 1, 50 lakhs. It's a general borrowing. It's used for trade also. It's used for purchase of machinery, working capital. Okay, also for machinery. So purpose is not general borrowing. Specific for qualifying assets. You have taken a loan specifically for qualifying assets. So purpose to obtain qualifying assets. Borrowing cost is really identifiable, is readily identifiable. And if these funds are invested in temporary, suppose now qualifying asset will take substantial time, na beta. So I have sanctioned a loan of 1 crore, but out of this, now my payment is only 20 lakhs. So I invested 80 lakhs somewhere. So that 80 lakhs, I'm getting some interest. So that interest has to be deducted from that capital amount. Okay. So from capitalization amount, we will deduct that interest income. Okay. So if funds are temporarily invested, deduct from qualifying assets. Deduct from qualifying assets. So this is a specific borrowing. You can take a screenshot. So specific means what? That is specifically for qualifying assets. Specifically for qualifying assets. Hey, तुझा जी को जाने दो. हाँ. बेटा ट्रक ट्रक ये कोई बनाता है क्या घर में? ट्रक कोई बनाता है बेटा? ट्रक बनाता रहेगा तो क्वालिफाइंग एसेट में आएगा ना. ट्रक कहां से क्वालिफाइंग एसेट में आएगा? चलो चलिए. General borrowings. So, no direct relationship with the qualifying asset. So, general means now in our example, that 50 lakhs example, you understood that 50 lakhs example. So, there is no directly qualifying asset. So, you use for construction of shed also, for fixed plant and machinery also, for working capital and truck. So, there is no direct relationship with your qualifying assets. Apply capitalization rate. So, here you will apply the capitalization rate, that is weighted average cost of capital. And borrowing cost has to be capitalized, less amount of borrowing cost incurred. So remember, your borrowing cost, whatever you capitalize, first you have to compare with your total interest, and it must be less than your borrowing cost that is capitalized. So we are going to solve one illustration based on this concept. Illustration number 2. So first come to illustration number 2, solve it, and then we will talk about. Yes, so I'm giving you exactly 5 minutes to solve this illustration. Apply your own mind. First, you solve by your own, and then we'll see the answer part. Okay, so wait for some time. Yes, solve it. You have 5 minutes. चलो जल्दी से सॉल्व कीजिए. 5 मिनट में आप लोग आंसर देखते हैं इसका. सॉल्व इट फास्ट. चलो, let's solve it. Stop beta. X Limited began construction of new building on 1st January 2001. Underline 1st January 2001. It obtained 1 lakh rupees special loan. So beta, this is specific borrowing to finance at the rate of interest rate 10%. The company's other non-specific loans. So non-specific means general borrowings. 11% and 13%. Expenditure. So beta, first paragraph talks about loan and second paragraph talks about expenditure. Expenditure. January 2001, 2 lakhs rupees. April 2,50,000. July 4,50,000. December 1,20,000. So these expenditures are different. You can take a total. So this expenditure is for 12 months. This expenditure is for 9 months from expenditure date up to 31st December. July. So if you consider for July, it is 6 months and December 1 month. So now how to solve this question? Okay. So see the answer part. Now what is the cost of plant? Yes, you can take total of this cost of plant. 200 plus 250 plus 450 plus 120. So what is the cost of plant? It is 10,20,000. So see the answer. It's a 10,20,000. Now, what is the interest to be capitalized? Interest to be capitalized. Specific borrowing. Now, what is a specific borrowing? As you are aware, specific borrowing is rupees 1 lakh and 10% is a borrowing rate. So 1 lakh into 10%, you got this concept beta, 1 lakh into 10%. And on non-specific borrowings, yes, non-specific borrowing, we use weighted average cost of capital concept. What is weighted average cost of capital? Understand the concept. First, I will calculate these expenditures, equivalent expenditure, equivalent. Now why equivalent? Because months are different. Okay, so 2 lakhs into 12 by 12, it will be 2 lakhs. So 12 by 12, 2,50,000 into 9 by 12. So you can write over there 1,87,500 and memory plus function use karna. 4,50,000 into 6 by 12. This is 2,25,000. So 4,50,000 for 12 months, but we are using it for only 6 months. And 1,20,000 divided by 12, memory plus 10,000. Memory recall 622,500. So your expenditure is not 10,20,000, but your expenditure is 6,22,500. So this is called as equivalent expenditure. You can check here 6,22,500. Out of this 6,22,500, yes, you can bifurcate it 1 lakh is for specific borrowings, and for remaining 520 to 500 you have taken general borrowings. Now general borrowings interest rate is 11%. Now if you calculate the simple average is 12%, but this is not allowed. What is important? Weighted average. Now weight is more towards 9 lakhs. Weight is more towards 9 lakhs. So your answer is more than 12%. It is towards 13%. Your answer will be, means you can cross tally by your own way. So weighted average method is simple average, it's a 12%. 11, 13 divided by 2, it's a 12%. But weight kahan pe zyada jhuka? 13% ke towards. 9 lakhs is for 13%. So take on calci. 55,000, 5 lakhs into 11%, and 9 lakhs into 13%. 1,17,000. So towards 1,72,000, 14 lakhs. So answer is 12.28. Now how to calculate? 1,72,000 divided by 1400. You will get 12.2857%. Yes. 12.2857%. Yes. And this percentage, time hai 5 minutes. Yes, this percentage we will multiply 5,22,500 and 12.285%. So 64, 5,22,500 into 12.285%, 64,189. So total interest capitalized 74,189. Or this question was there in last paper. Same question, 5 marks question. Yes, one more time. First calculate accumulated expenses. First calculate accumulated expenses. Okay. So first calculate accumulated expenses. 622,500. How to calculate? 12 by 12, 9 by 12, 3 by 12, 6 by 12. So similarly, you will get the total accumulated expenses. Out of that, 1 lakh specific borrowing. On 1 lakh, your interest rate is directly 10% is given. So 10,000 is directly there. And on 522,500, your balance is remaining balance 522,500. You will multiply by weighted average, and I already told you that 12% is not correct. 12.2857 झुकेगा 13% के पास. So 12.2857%, and you will get the answer. Yes, total interest 64 plus 10,000. That's something 64,189 plus 10,000. You are getting the answer 74,189, and total plant expenses is 10,94,189. 10,20,000 plus 74,189. Guys, tell me it in the comment section. Are you getting this? You want to take screenshot in my presentation style, beta? If you want to take step 1, step 2, step 3, you can take a screenshot. Yes, फटाफट ले लीजिए. हिंदी में एक बार बता दूं? ठीक है, चलो. कौन बोल रहा है? मतांजलि बोल रही है. सर एक बार हिंदी में बता दीजिए. बेटा देखो, कॉस्ट ऑफ प्लांट की टोटल मैंने ले ली, मतांजलि 10,20,000. अभी 10,20,000 लेने के बाद उसमें हमें इंटरेस्ट ऐड करना है. तो आपको एग्जाम में ये ऐसा वर्किंग नोट 1 डाल देना है. वर्किंग नोट 1 डालने के बाद बेटा ये आंसर तो बाद में आएगा, टोटल एक्सपेंस टू बी कैपिटलाइज. अभी वर्किंग नोट 1 में तो क्या लिखेगी? इंटरेस्ट टू बी कैपिटलाइज. अभी उसमें कितने इंटरेस्ट होंगे? एक स्पेसिफिक बोरिंग में रहेगा, एक नॉन स्पेसिफिक बोरिंग मतलब जनरल बोरिंग. अभी स्पेसिफिक बोरिंग आपने 1 लाख रुपए लिया ही था 10%, तो वो तो डायरेक्टली ये तो क्विक भी सॉल्व कर लेगा। हाँ, पर जनरल बोरिंग जो होगा, जनरल बोरिंग में आपको एक्यूमुलेटेड एक्सपेंसेस को वेटेड एवरेज से मल्टीप्लाई करना है। अभी एक्यूमुलेटेड एक्सपेंस मतलब क्या, तो वर्किंग नोट 2 में, एंड वेटेड एवरेज रेट किस में आएगा आपका, यस, सो वेटेड एवरेज रेट इसमें आने वाला है। सो एक्यूमुलेटेड एक्सपेंस मतलब क्या, 2 लाख को 12/12, 2,50,000 को 9/12 और 622,500, पर 622,500 में से 1 लाख का तो आपने लोन लिया है स्पेसिफिकली, तो जनरल बोरिंग कितना बचा, 522,500, तो वो आपने लिख दिया। एंड वेटेड एवरेज कैसे निकाला आपने, वेटेड एवरेज कैसे निकाला आपने, वेटेड एवरेज, यस, ये आपका चार्ट था, 5 lakhs प्लस 9 lakhs 14 lakhs, 12/12, इसको भी, ये तो पूरे पहले दिन पे ही लोन लिया था, सो इसको मल्टीप्लाई करके ये आपका वेटेड एवरेज आएगा, वर्किंग नोट नंबर 3। और ये रेट आने के बाद एंट्री क्या होगी, बिल्डिंग टू बैंक, ये आपका टोटल, यस, सॉरी, प्लांट अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक 1094,189। चलो, तो ये एंट्री कर लो, वर्किंग नोट 3। चलो जल्दी से स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए। मतांजलि जी समझा बेटा, यस, बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है 5 मार्क्स के लिए, थोड़ा सा सॉल्विंग लगेगा आपको। जर्नल एंट्री मत लिखो, यस, जर्नल एंट्री में बताता हूं। जर्नल एंट्री बीइंग बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक अकाउंट, इट्स वेरी सिंपल, बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक अकाउंट, बिल्डिंग टू बैंक 1094,189 बिल्डिंग टू बैंक, नलिनी जी, यस बेटा, साहिल, रोज 2 घंटे काफी है अकाउंट्स के लिए, यस, ओवर बेटा, यस, कैन वी टेक अ ब्रेक? After break, we are going to enjoy now what is commencement, cessation, and suspension. So if you have any doubt, please, I'm waiting for your replies. Otherwise, we will take a break. I'm giving you 1 minute. Yes, Matanjali ji, are you getting this answer, beta? Yes, Matanjali ने thank you भी बोल दिया. Sir, why average accumulated expenses bifurcated into simple and general? Yes, beta, but obvious. Out of this 622,500, we paid 622,500 expenditure. Out of that 1 lakh is a specific borrowing, so 1 lakh तो बचेगा. So बाकी का हमारा जनरल बोरिंग में से हमने लाया ना पैसा, कहां से लाया हमने, जनरल बोरिंग में से लाया। आयुष अग्रवाल जी, यस बेटा, वेटेड एवरेज इंटरेस्ट रेट भी, और मतांजलि जी वेटेड एवरेज, यस, यू यूज माय टेक्निक, सी आईसीआई ने ऐसा दिया नहीं है, सो दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड प्रोफॉर्मा, ओके। सो एग्जाम में क्या होगा, नाउ दिस लोन्स आर टेकन ऑन जनवरी मंथ, this might happen that your loan, it is on January and this is on April, so here or you will consider 9/12, okay. So this is very important, that accumulated months also, equivalent months also, so please equivalent loan भी निकालना पड़ेगा, equivalent interest निकाल के loan को ये करना है, so very very important pro forma. So my pro forma is the best pro forma for solving this question. Now in this question Jan दिया है, but in exam it might happen that January दिया जाएगा and this will be April 1, so इक्विवेलेंट मंथ्स भी निकालने जरूरी है, सो प्लीज कैलकुलेट इक्विवेलेंट मंथ्स ऑल्सो, यूज माय प्रोफॉर्मा, डोंट यूज एनी अदर प्रोफॉर्मा, अदरवाइज यू मे गेट द रॉन्ग आंसर. If you directly take 14 lakhs and 172, it's okay, but here we have to convert it into equivalent months, okay, equivalent loan amount. So this chart is very very important, equivalent loan amount. Yes, thank you. Take a break. After break we are going to enjoy commencement, cessation, and suspension. Thank you. We have completed types of borrowings. Now, next one, commencement of borrowings. Sorry, commencement of capitalization. So when you are going to start with capitalization part. So when to start? Commencement is, suppose if you are following all these three conditions, it's not only that you are incurring expenditure, but at the same time, you must take some loan. So beta, loan is to be taken. You have to incur some expenditure, and only incurring expenditure is not essential. There must be some activities which are going on for construction of your assets. So if all these three conditions are fulfilled, then only you can start your capitalization. So your capitalization expenditure is incurred on the qualifying asset, borrowing cost has to be incurred, and activities necessary to make asset ready are in progress. Includes technical and administration work prior to physical construction. Yes. So take a screenshot. Activities necessary to make this asset ready are in progress. Okay. Next one. Very good. प्रीति पांचाल ने पूरा का पूरा explanation ही दे दिया था for NRO students for illustration number 2. Very good, beta. Yes. Commencement of capitalization over. Suspension of capitalization. When you are going to suspend your activities. Suspension means what? Suspension means it's a temporary interruption. Okay. Cessation means permanently stop. And suspension means temporary stop. Okay. So you started your construction, but due to some problems, yes, might be having funds problem or might be having labor problem, you stopped your activity. Okay. And that activity is stopped. So it is very, means very, general thing in construction business that their activities, they might get temporarily stuck. Okay. And this happens, this called as suspension, that temporary delay. So when there is a temporary delay, but beta, your loan meter is going on, interest ka meter is chalu hi hai. So your loan is there and you have to pay interest also. So that is not going to stop, though your activity is getting stopped. Okay. So beta, that interest in this period, when you suspended your activity, that interest has to be transferred to profit and loss account. Where to transfer? It not capitalize, though your asset is not ready. So still you will debit your interest not to asset account, but you will debit your interest in profit and loss account. So capitalization, suspension. But remember, suppose if that temporary delay is basically required. Okay. For example, if there is increase in the water level, and for removing that water due to rainy season, suppose you are constructing one dam and water level increases, and that is only the reason you stop your activity. So that stopping that activity is a necessary part to carry out your technical or administration work. And therefore, if that delay is normally, that temporary delay is mandatory, in that case, you will not suspend your activity. Your interest is going to add it in the asset side. If that suspension is mandatory. One example, suppose you are a RCC contractor. RCC contractor वो बिल्डिंग खड़ी करते हैं ना, उसको बोलते हैं. And बेटा आपने एक slab डाल दिया आपने. Yes, you built one slab. And बेटा after having that slab, you have to give some water to that slab, beta, or regular water. ओके, वो स्लैब जो है ना, वो आपका परमानेंट होने के लिए, मतलब वो ऐसा मजबूत होने के लिए आपको पानी मारना पड़ता है वो स्लैब को. सो ये पानी जो जब हम लोग मारते हैं तो उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? इट्स अ टेम्पररी डिले. यस बेटा, दैट इज अ योर स्लैब work, construction of slab gets stopped. But why this is getting stopped? Because of administration work or technical work is going on, and in that period whatever interest you incurred, that is capitalized, because it's that temporary delay is a part of your activity, so that is not suspended. Okay, suspended when active interruption development is interrupted, and not suspended when technical and administrative work is being carried out, and temporary delay is a necessary part. High water level delays bridge construction. I already explained this point. Okay, so in that case you are going to continue with capitalization if it is not suspended, but if it is suspended you will transfer it to profit and loss account. Yes, yes beta, you can consider beta Vikasji. So what is suspension versus cessation? Yes, can you tell me what is the suspension versus cessation? Who is going to explain? Chalo. Okay. Very good, Sakshi ji. Okay. Cessation. Now we are at the end of this chapter. Cessation means when your asset is ready to use and all activities are completed. If all activities are completed, beta, it is cessation. Okay. So decoration of a property to the user specification, and a business park comprises of several buildings. So almost all activities, when you are ready to use, in that case you are going to cease your capitalization. So when all necessary activities are completed, or your construction is completed in parts and completed part is ready to use. So building by building you can use it. So similarly, query link क्यों stop हो गया है? चलिए, I hope now you are clear with these concepts. Disclosure means it's end part. So what are disclosures? Very simple. Accounting policies adopted so that capitalization and amount of borrowing cost is to be added. Thank you. S16 over. I hope it's very simple. Accounting standard 16. Are you getting these concepts? Okay. So any query till now? Otherwise, we are going to solve some questions. I will give you CA final questions for solving. If you have any query, related to this accounting standard you can ask me. आज इतना जल्दी कैसे हो गया हमारा अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड? आज आपने बहुत ही बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस दिया, अच्छा जल्दी खत्म हो गया टुडे. यस, चलो. So we are going to solve some questions. Illustration number 3. चलो फटाफट फटाफट. Tell me the answer. Now you are. Yes. Easy J. चलो 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 fast. We are going to solve some illustrations. चलो जल्दी है. 16 is very simple. Today we are going to start with some accounting standard part. 10 का भी start कर देंगे फिर if time permits us. Don't worry. You got the concept, na? Commencement, cessation, pura. We almost finished this accounting standard in very simple way. Are you finding it easy or difficult one? Beta, that local currency versus foreign currency. Second one is that accumulated expenses, weighted average method. General borrowings, weighted average method. Specific borrowings directly interest rate se multiply karna hai. And you have to identify qualifying assets versus non-qualifying assets. Which accounting standard you think that it's very very easy, sir? All of this 1 2 10 10 तो बाकी है, 16 11 12 सबसे ज्यादा इजी कौन सा लगा? वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. चलो सॉल्व सॉल्व सॉल्व. चलो थकना मना है. S12 S12. Yes sir, very simple and easy, understood everything sir. बेटा S13 इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑलरेडी कवर्ड ना. मतांजलि क्या कर रही हो? इन्वेस्टमेंट चैप्टर में ही हो गया वो. चलो, what is the answer? The company has obtained institutional term loan 580 lakhs for modernization of its plant and machinery. Plant and machinery acquired under the modernization scheme and installation completed on 31st March 2002 amounted to 406. 58 lakhs advance to supplier for additional assets, and balance 116 lakhs is utilized for working capital purpose. So interest, it's very simple. 406, 58 and 116. Let's take a total. Now beta Sahil, you have to solve each and every TYK. Even you have to solve scanner questions also. Total interest 52.2. So this is similar to illustration number 1. So take on calci 52.2 divided by 580 into 406, 36.54 is to be capitalized. This is in profit and loss account. 58 is equal to and 116 is equal to. 10.44. Now here, advance to supplier for additional assets. Advance to supplier for additional assets might be considered as non-qualifying assets. So there are two options. Either you treat it as qualifying assets, this second one, or you may treat it as non-qualifying assets. So both options are correct. If you treat it as qualifying assets, better that additional assets, we are not aware about that additional assets. It's a qualifying or non-qualifying. So better, if it is a qualifying, capitalize it. Otherwise, it's a profit and loss account. It's given in the, it is assumed that, okay. So both options are correct for that, this part. Okay, and even this modernization and renovation is also qualifying asset. हम लोग treat कर सकते हैं. So both options are correct. But it is Nalini, it is assumed. You may consider it as qualifying asset, that advance to supplier for additional asset. Okay, so additional asset, you may consider it as qualifying or non-qualifying. Both are correct. And even these assets also you may treat it as qualifying and not qualifying. If this is not qualifying, then this is also transferred to profit and loss account. So options are given by ICI, but what is more appropriate answer by ICI? ICI more appropriate answer. Second one is also capitalized, beta. Second one is also capitalized. Second one is also capitalized, that additional assets. Okay. Some additional questions are there in TYK. Okay. Solve this question. Chalo, solve this question. TYK 12. Newly added question. I hope it's not there in your study material. TYK 12. चलो ओवर. टेल मी द आंसर. चलो फटाफट आंसर बोलिए जल्दी से. आंसर बोलिए. Not giving answers better. Fast. 62,50,000 by Matanjali Muktane. बेटा वर्क बाकी भी रहेगा तो भी सस्पेंशन एक्सेप्शन में आता है. सस्पेंशन के मुक्ता जी. करेक्ट आंसर इज परचेस ऑफ प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट, वर्किंग कैपिटल, व्हीकल, एडवांस, परचेस ऑफ टेक्निकल, ये नो हाउ, ये सभी आपका नॉन क्वालिफाइंग एसेट्स है. ऑल आर नॉन क्वालिफाइंग एसेट्स. एक्सेप्ट interest to be capitalized. Yes beta, interest on suspension work beta, but if it is a part of this activity, I already explained you, don't suspend that interest. Okay, it is due to some administration work or technical work. In that case beta, if administration and technical work is going on, in that case you cannot stop this. Okay, चलो एक सीए फाइनल का क्वेश्चन मैं आपको देता हूं. लेट्स ट्राई वन मोर क्वेश्चन. एक सीए फाइनल का क्वेश्चन मैं देना चाहता हूं आपको. यस, solve this question, solve this one. चलो फटाफट. 3 minutes है. You have 3 minutes. चलो जल्दी से फास्ट. Let's see who is solving this. Beta, this question might be your next exam question. So I hope everyone will solve these questions beta. Everyone. And try it. Though you are getting wrong answer, don't worry. Though you are getting wrong answers, don't worry beta. Solve it. Getting wrong answer, solve it and please send it. चलो अभी देखते हैं आप कितने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकते हो. नाउ वेरी हाई लेवल क्वेश्चंस. I just want to see if such type of questions come in exam, how you are going to face this, how you are going to tackle these questions. How you are going to tackle these questions. Okay, let's solve this. Let's solve this question. चलो जल्दी से सॉल्व करते हैं. Expenditure incurred till date is 7 lakhs. Okay, sir. Now 30,000 is interest that is to be capitalized. Amount borrowed is 4 lakh and amount transferred is 2 lakhs. Okay. So total expenditure. Total expenditure beta. चार लाख का टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर प्लस total expenditure is given 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. I will write over here. This is expenditure. This is interest. This is loan. This is again expenditure. Correct? Interest is also your expenditure. Cash payment, ignore. Progress payment, you will deduct it. So, beta, out of the above, so 7 lakhs, beta, cash payment you have to ignore this. So total expenditure is 7 lakhs plus 2 lakhs plus interest expenditure is 30,000. So your total expenditure is 9,30,000. And how much progress payment you received is 5 lakhs. So total borrowed amount is 4,30,000 because you have 5 lakhs rupees, you received 5 lakhs rupees and borrowed amount is 4,30,000. So new borrowings is again loan. So your total loan is 7 lakhs. Total loan is 7 lakhs. And your interest rate is 15%. So you spend 1,05,000. You spend 1,05,000. And now 1,05,000 is interest. But beta, you received 5 lakhs rupees. So you used only 4,30,000. How much amount you use beta? Only 4,30,000. And now your total loan including interest, we will assume that interest is not yet paid, 7,30,000 we will assume. So You used only 4,30,000 out of this. So you have not used remaining progress payment you received. So your interest is to be capitalized 61,850. एक बार हिंदी में बता देता हूं बेटा, देखो ये क्वेश्चन में मैं वापस एक बार आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग दिस. सी व्हाट आई हैव डन. सी दिस इज एक्सपेंडिचर. This is expenditure also, and we will assume this is yet not paid. Okay, so loan amount also. Assume not yet paid. Amount borrowed, loan amount. Amount transferred to construction. So this is your expenditure. Cash payment during the year out of above. Out of above, therefore, we will assume out of 2 lakhs, we paid cash payment. So ignore. So no need to consider this because this is again construction expenditure. So 2 lakh is expenditure. Out of this, this is paid plus accrued. Paid plus accrued. So 1 lakh, we are not interested in that 1 lakh because total expenditure is 2 lakhs. So we will consider total expenditure, paid or not paid. Okay. 5 lakhs we received payment. So beta, we will deduct it from expenditure. So this is a new concept. Progress payment received. What you have to do? This is deducted from expenditure. And new borrowing is your loan. So now I will take total expenditure 7 lakh plus 30,000 plus 2 lakhs minus 5 lakhs. Okay. So my expenditure is 9 lakh 30,000 minus 5 lakhs. So my expenditure is 4 lakh 30,000. But I have taken a loan of total 7 lakhs plus 3 lakhs. Sorry, loan is 4 lakhs plus 3 lakhs. 7 lakhs is a loan on which 15% is the interest. 15% means 1 lakh 5,000 is my interest. But total loan including interest, we will assume that interest is not yet paid. So it is accumulated in loan amount. So 7 lakh 30,000. And from that, my usage is only 4 lakh 30,000. So beta, ekdam simple hai. Total loan amount 7 lakh 30,000 on which I paid interest 1 lakh 5,000. But my expenditure, so beta, actual expenditure I incur on this project is only 4 lakh 30,000. So what is the interest to be capitalized is the cross multiplication. Okay, complicated question, but beta, this may come for 5 marks. I know you. I will give you steps for solving this question. Don't worry. मैं आपको आंसर्स के लिए भी ये देता हूं. You can take a screenshot of this question and answer. Yes, very important question. Yes, you can take a screenshot. और ये क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आ सकते हैं. 5 मार्क्स दुआओं में दोगे आप मुझे कि बताओगे सर अच्छा हुआ आपने क्वेश्चन लिया था. चलो, let's see how many of you are doing these questions. So 61,850 is the answer. Yes, take a screenshot. Okay, and now question time. क्वेश्चन का भी स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए. Yes, illustration number 1. You can take a screenshot of this. On left side I have written loan and right side I have written expenditure. So what is important? Progress payment you have to deduct. I think this theory is there in the study material. You can see in study material you have theory on this. I think you have theory. देखा था मैं आपको. Theory part है. I will show you this theory in study material on page number 'बेटा theory है किधर तो that payment जो है वो माइनस करना पड़ता है. Yes, so this is the commencement expenditure, borrowing और actual activities के हिसाब से. Okay, I don't know exactly theory, मुझे लगा था करके. Okay, one more question I am giving you. Let's see, can you solve this question or not? Illustration number चलो solve this illustration. एक सेकंड, इसके पहले ये एक सॉल्व कीजिए. ओपनिंग कॉस्ट solve this question. Chalo. This is the last question of the day. I just want to see how many of you can solve this question. Yes, solve this question, beta. Read it first. Read it. So such questions, yes, for 8 marks or 5 marks. You will get the same question for 8 marks or 5 marks. Huh? Very, very important question. Please don't ignore such questions. ICI may ask you such questions. Huh? This is the last question, so please be focused. Yes, and very important question. Huh? Very important question. चलो टाइम नहीं है, सो आई विल सॉल्व फॉर यू. ध्यान देना पूरा. XYZ Limited has undertaken a project for expansion of capacity as per the following details. Plan rupees and actual. April, May, June, July, August, September. The company pays to its banker 12% interest rate debited on the monthly basis. Suppose if this question comes in exam, क्या वाट लगेगी देखो स्टूडेंट्स की. ड्यूरिंग द हाफ ईयर एंडेड, और बच्चा अपने स्टूडेंट्स तो बल्ले बल्ले करेंगे कि यस सर ने बताया था वही क्वेश्चन आ गया. ड्यूरिंग द हाफ ईयर कंपनी हैज टेकन अ 10 lakhs ओडी फ्रॉम 31st जुलाई. सो 31st जुलाई तक ओडी था. सो यहां तक ओडी था. इन ऑगस्ट मंथ देर इज अ सरप्लस. इन ऑगस्ट देर इज अ सरप्लस. So surplus means no interest, and again OD of rupees 10 lakhs from September. The company has strike in the June. So beta, this is a month of strike and hence could not continue work during June. So this is suspension. So this is purely suspension. Strike, temporary delay. So no interest has to be debited. Work was again started on 1st July. And all the works were completed on 30th September. Assume expenditure incurred on the first day. What is the interest to be capitalized? First thing, plan is to confuse us. We will see actual expenditure incurred. So see, I say it's trying to give you big question, but answer is very easy, beta. Answer is very easy. We will focus on actual expenditure, and loan amount is rupees 10 lakhs. Maximum loan is 10 lakhs. Okay. So restrict your loan. So actual expenditure or borrowing, whichever is lower, you are going to consider. So see, serial number, particulars. I'm going to solve it in very easy way. April, May, June, July, August, September. Serial number 1, opening cost. Opening cost, dash. In the month of April, dash. Then expenses incurred. Roman 3, interest to be capitalized. Now interest to be capitalized is lower of, it's very simple, lower of 1 plus 2 into 1%. Why 1%? Because 12% per annum. 12% per annum means 1% per month, and we are calculating per month, beta. Or 10 lakhs into 1%, whichever is lower. 10 lakhs into 1% means, yes, beta, this is 10,000. 10,000, whichever is lower. So, beta, our loan is restricted to 10 lakhs. So, you should not charge it above 10 lakhs. And Roman 4 is a closing balance, closing cost, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So, expenditure incurred in the month of April, you can check 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs plus 0 into 1%. So, beta, this is 2,000. And closing stock is, closing cost is 2,02,000. In the month of May, again 2,02,000. What is the expenditure incurred? Actual 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs we are going to add. So total is 5,02,000. Sorry, 5,02,000. So interest on that is 5,020. Interest on that is 5,020. Okay. 5,020. So this is 5,07,020. 5,07,020. In the month of June, there is a strike. So 5,07,020. Expenditure incurred, dash. Meter is 5,070. But this is transferred to profit and loss account. Okay. So this is transferred to profit and loss account. And 5,07,020 once again. In the month of July, 5,07,020 dash. Again, July month ka interest will be added. 50. So beta, now interest. Okay, now total amount. Though it is transferred to P&L, but you are sorry. Here your amount is 512,010. In July month, again you will consider 512,010. But this interest is to be capitalized. Your meter is going on. You have not paid, but your meter is going on. So 512,010 plus 5,120. So total is 517,130. August month, 517,210 plus actual expenditure is 1 lakh. You can see, but there is no OD. So OD nahi hai. So interest 0 and 617,210 and 617,210 expenditure is 7 lakh. But beta, interest to be capitalized is only to the extent of 10,000 because now your borrowings is more than 10 lakhs. So final answer is 617,210 plus 7 lakhs. बेटा एक काम करो, इधर इंटरेस्ट डैश करना, इधर हाँ ठीक है, वो तो P&L में लिखा था हमने. 5,070 is in the P&L, but amount will be added back. Okay, because next time interest will be on the amount. Okay, ठीक है. That interest is to be capitalized. And then final answer will be 13,27,210 210 is the final amount. चलो, सो एक बार ये ले लीजिए एंड दिस इज द स्क्रीनशॉट. आपको लेना है तो ले लीजिए फटाफट. इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी यू कैन आस्क मी इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. सो यहां पे आप एक बार सॉल्व कर लीजिए. यू डू दिस क्वेश्चन बाय योर ओन. चलो ठीक है. सो लेट्स सॉल्व and I hope now you are clear with this concept. ये एक बार वापस देख लेना ये क्वेश्चन एंड ऑल. यस बेटा, बिकॉज इन जून मंथ देर इज अ स्ट्राइक बेटा, एंड स्ट्राइक मीन्स यूर वर्क इज सस्पेंडेड, एंड सस्पेंडेड तो P&L में जाएगा बिकॉज इन द जून मंथ देर इज अ सस्पेंशन. So beta, this is all for today's session. I hope you enjoyed this. And in next session, we are going to start with accounting standard 10, a big one. So please focus on the next accounting standard. A16, we will take a quick revision now, last in 5 minutes. So beta, what A16 talks about, A16 is nothing but it is the interest has to be capitalized and borrowing cost. So borrowing cost means interest has to be capitalized, and when interest has to be capitalized, if this is a qualifying asset. Now what is qualifying asset? Qualifying asset is asset which is which takes a substantial time to get ready for its intended use. Now the question is, sir, qualifying assets में interest, now interest is only interest? No beta, it is compared with the para 4E, your exchange loss also. So foreign currency exchange loss plus interest in foreign country is compared with your Indian currency interest rate. And if interest rate of Indian currency is interest rate is amount is lower side, then you will capitalize that amount and excess amount will be transferred to profit and loss account. After that, when to start your capitalization? So first you have to decide whether this is a qualifying asset. Suppose if it is a specific borrowing, you will apply specific rate. If it is a general borrowing, you will apply that weighted average capital rate. So that's cost of capital illustration number 2. Suppose now this question is about when to commence your capitalization. Actual expenditure. Now see, actual expenditure or loan amount, whichever is lower you will consider for interest capitalization. So don't consider 10 lakhs. You will consider actual expenses, and balancing figure you will transfer it to profit and loss account. Remember, so this is very simple part. So I hope now you are clear with this concept. And temporary suspension, you won't charge it to capitalization, you will charge it to profit and loss account. And last part of this, interest suspension, cessation, when your asset is ready for use, you will stop that interest capitalization. After that, you will charge it to profit and loss account. It's very simple. Yes, A16 borrowing cost. Please don't keep this chapter is the option. This is very easy standard. According to me, you will score full marks, and you can see the last exam paper. You will get the idea that this paper is really very easy. Yes, जुलाई का कैलकुलेशन आप अभी करके रखना. थैंक यू. और हम लोग नेक्स्ट सेशन में मिलेंगे. नेक्स्ट सेशन विल बी अ रॉकिंग वन, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10. थैंक यू. Yes, Rambhai, over. Rambhai, over. Yes, over.